Alright, boys, I'm just tagging everybody in the break and then we'll get rolling. We'll do the hobby case first, and then we'll roll into the jumbo. I should have everybody tagged. Let me get going into this one. Obviously, this is the hobby case. Even when you see the numbers on the side and I know what it's supposed to be, I always still get worried. I'm not even gonna lie. Every time I open a case, I'm just worried that they just mislabeled the side of it or something. You know, open a case and you think it's Topps Chrome and it's like Heritage or something. I don't know. Especially with Panini after they started taking the names off the side of stuff. That's all 12 boxes right here. One Chrome autograph per box. My man Cal Ripken Jr. here, Project 2020. Ben Baller to the card. He's a good luck charm. Rub him on the 12 boxes. He'll also rub on the 12 jumbo boxes. Other than the one time he let us down with those 8 autographs, which I think was just really top putting us down. He's been pretty good here. He's gotten us all the big names. There's been 2 guys that have kind of been a little bit elusive, and it's been Corbin Carroll and hold on one second. I'm going to mute it. It's been Corbin Carroll and Volpe. Could throw Gunnar in there too. We haven't seen a lot of Gunnar. But let's get rolling here in the first box. Get into 4 cards per pack land here. Just in the last break, everybody having a good start to their weekend. A good Friday and Saturday, I hope. J-Ram and Tim Anderson fight was kind of ridiculous. I wasn't here watching the last break. Alright, let's get rolling into this first box here. Pokemon break will be after this, and then we'll get the mixer last for tonight. We have Vaughn Grisham, Max Meyer, J.P. Crawford, Webb, Cabrian Hayes, Yordan Alvarez, Gorman, Pena, Contreras, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Kwan, Torkelson, Miranda, Scherzer, Ryan Lindor, Stevenson, and Jeremy Pena. Marquez, Arenado, Cruz, Springer, Trevor Story, Albies, Morrell, Adley Rutschman, Adames, McMahon, Murphy, Anthony Rizzo on the refractor, Springer, Devers, Downs. I have Jared Walsh for the Angels on the 41 out of 150. On the True Blue, it's going to Brett. Alec Thomas, Arrays, Alvarez, Spencer Steer on the refractor, Chisholm, and Chris Sale. Corbin Burns, Riley Green, Teoscar Hernandez, Diaz, Haniger, Otani, Castillo, Jimenez, Cron, DL Hall on the refractor. Have Soto, Freeman, Musgrove, Encarnacion, Wander Franco, Perez, Spencer Steer, Cabrian Hayes, Drew Rasmussen, Verlander, Encarnacion, Fujinami on the Prism, Drury, Abreu, Semien. And have Nolan Gorman, Oscar Colas, and Nick Lodolo. Yeah, Perez, Nelson Velasquez on the autograph for the Cubs. Going to Mark. Alcantara, Small, Albert Pujols, Gallen, Freddie Freeman, Bichette, Ezekiel Tovar, Senga, Vinny Pasquantino, Bubba Thompson, Yu Darvish, Musgrove, Altuve, Arozarena, Ward, and Peraza. Have Alex Call, Ketel Marte, Michael Harris II. Nice Cabrian Hayes, 10 out of 50 going to Josh. Why Josh breaks anywhere else besides in here other than maybe frequency? Beyond me. See, I always take care of my fellow Pirates brethren. On the Hayes, 10 out of 50. So let's say we have Fujinami, Meyer, Alonso, Contreras, Jung, and Garcia. I just like giving you a hard time too. But remember, any grading, any cards you want graded that are here, let me know if you want me to pull anything or look at anything. As for whatever reason I send you a card that you wanted me to keep, just send it back. I was going to say it's still pretty much, I should have probably mentioned this too, anything that's been broken in the group previously that you want graded, it would follow the same rules where I would clean it and polish it for essentially free. Before, I mean, you still have to pay the grading fees, but I make sure it's properly prepped if it was broken in this group, even previous stuff, not just stuff that's already here. But anybody that wants anything graded, let me know, or send it my way with the form filled out that I posted. No, I have not sent that. There is some stuff that's sorted that I haven't, that needs to be sent, but that I know I haven't sent, because whatever break that was in might have been one of the breaks that I thought was a different break that I didn't sort yet, because I think that was probably like break 6 or 7, right? Well, I was explaining in the last break, don't be worried if you get a package where the breaks are a little bit out of order, because when I first started sorting them, I sorted break number 9 like super early by accident, so like there's going to be some people that get break 9. There's going to be some people that don't get break 9. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know. Pretty much it's if you're sending less than 5 cards to SGC, it's $12. If you're sending 11 cards, or if you're sending more than 5, it's 11 for the $9 thing. But really, that just covers like the supplies. If that makes sense, to send it down there and the shipping or whatever. We have Paguero, Votto. I think that's what Boca's. I think Boca's doing that anyways. I think it's $11 or $12 to send through them. Suzuki, and that guy's hand walking it. I still gotta mail it. We have Zach Wheeler, Nelson Velasquez, Tristan Casas, Bo Naylor, Robbie Berg. I'm sure he has some sort of like sweet deal with SGC too, because he submits so much to them. We got Schwarber, Kershaw, Outman, Meneses, Martinez, Brian Bello, Kershaw, Guerrero Jr. Have Judge, Sean Murphy on the 37 out of 75. One of the SGC guys was supposed to email me because Mike McGarity talked to them about. He gave him like a shout out on social media, and like the owner or their social media guy reached out to Mike, and then Mike passed my information to them about a grading service, and they never emailed me. So MJ Melendez, Josh Smith, Max Fried. So now I emailed them to see if they have anything for businesses or for like submission groups. We have McCarthy, Clemens, Libertor, Green. That's why I said I wouldn't do anything other than the special right now. Josh Bell, because it doesn't make any sense to send anything SGC through me. It makes more sense to send it through Boca, but I can match them on the $9 thing. We have Stowers, Cabrera, McClanahan, Josh Jung, Green, Goldschmidt, Hunter Brown, Austin Riley, Jimenez, Yastrzemski, and Molina. We have Royce Lewis, Trout, Yelich, Blackman, Mitchell, Varsho, Scherzer, Crawford. We have Salvador Perez, Henderson, LeMahieu, India, Alonso, Casas, and Langeliers. Capolade, Bo Bichette, Garrett Mitchell, Jordan Walker, Trey Turner. We have Garcia, Cavalli, Vargas, Ezekiel Duran. Yelich, 5 out of 99 on the green wave. Yeah, I can, Travis. I'll look over them. Going to the Brew Crew and Greg Wisser. Mookie Betts, Moreno, Nick Pratto, Taylor Ward, Baez, Tyler O'Neill, Gore, Xander Bogaerts, Assad, Hoskins, Jake McCarthy, Avisayo Garcia Herrera, and Witt Jr. I have Marte, Josh Jung. I have J-Rod, Riley. What I say when we started, Corbin Carroll's been one of the guys that's been elusive. 179 out of 299 on the Purple Sparkle. Going to Brett. And the Diamondbacks. Nice hit. Big monster. Big boy. Castellanos, Oscar Gonzalez, Laureano, Cedric Mullins, Logan O'Hoppe, Buxton, Luis Ortiz, Semien, Olsen, Vientos, Luis Robert, Miranda, Swanson, and Stanton. 1 second. Box number 3 here. First 2 boxes have been pretty good. Oh, I will say they've been good because Corbin got pulled. Really, the other 5 cards, the other 5 hits are not the greatest, but it is nice to get a true gold Hayes, even if it's a 3rd year. In the box number 3 here, but it seems like every hobby case, knock on wood, that we're gonna that has had some oranges in it, so hopefully we can keep that streak alive. We have Anthony Volpe, Mookie Betts, have J-Rod, Cabrera, Jordan Groshans, Castillo, Castellanos, Oscar Gonzalez, Matt Chapman, Bryce Harper, Logan O'Hoppe, Buxton, Seager, Jock Peterson, Olson, Vientos, C.J. Abrams, Michael Harris II on the Aqua Lava, 64 out of 199. Going to the Braves. It's going to Joseph Bryson. Swanson, Stanton. Bellinger, we have Vaughn Grisham on the refractor. Stowers, Cabrera, Lowe. Spencer Strider, Teoscar Hernandez, Diaz, Alvarez, Oswalt Peraza, Castillo, Eloy. We have Soto, and Freeman. Conforto, Cody Clemens, Franco, Perez, Bieber. Have the negative Francisco Lindor. There is right now no Topps Chrome Personals available. That's Francisco Lindor for the Mets. We have Rasmussen, Verlander, Reynolds, Jeter Downs, Nolan Gorman, and Pena. Have Happ, Joe Ryan, Stephen Kwan, Torkelson, Waldachuk, Paul Goldschmidt, Joe Ryan, Francisco Lindor, Brett Baty, Hayes, Call, Marte, Acuna Jr., Cal Raleigh, Fujinami, Meyer, Royce Lewis, Nate Eaton, Josh Jung, and Avisail Garcia. Got Corbin Carroll, Francisco Alvarez on the refractor, Herrera, Witt Jr., Votto, Francisco Lindor, Albies, Webb, Bryce Terrain, Pete Alonso, McMahon, Story, Ruiz. We have Will Benson going to the Guardians. And Patrick, he was a highly contested guy in the player break. We have Devers, C.J. Abrams, Yoshida, and Liberatore. We have Arrays, Springer, Gray, Gosman, Sale, Thomas, Massey, Sean Murphy, Crawford, and Chisholm Jr. In the box number 4 here. If anyone's curious what the rest of the schedule is tonight, Pokemon will be after this, and then we will run the mixer. Just running things in the order that they filled. The mixer will definitely be a late run, but will be ran. Will Benson autographs are going for a little bit more than I thought they would be, to be honest. I guess him putting inscriptions on there helps the value of the card. Alright, let's get rolling here. We got Tim. I just got knocked out by J. Ram. Anderson. We have Michael Harris II, Rizzo, Gallen, Machado, Tristan Casas, Oswald Peraza, DL Hall, Sosa, Clayton Kershaw, Dermis Garcia, Mullins, Edwin Diaz, CJ Abrams, Bo Naylor. We have Robbie Ray, Michael Harris II. We have Francisco Lindor. The Mets on the negative. It's the second one of his. It's going to Travis. We're going to have Outman, Meneses, Stefanik, and Jonathan India. Have Kershaw, Guerrero Jr., Martinez, Alec Thomas, Gunnar Henderson, DJ LeMahieu, Judge, Xander Bogaerts, Tristan Casas, Shea Langeliers, Max Fried, Bichette. We have Suzuki, Wheeler, Longoria, Springer, Cal Mitchell, Bello, MJ Melendez. We're going to have Oswald Peraza going to Chris Berardi on the fuchsia. 156 out of 399. Going to the Yankees. Brandon Drury, Abreu, Votto, Nelson Velasquez, Colas, and Lodolo. We got DeGrom, Matt Olson, Melendez, Smith, Cole, Austin Riley, Cody Clemens, Liberatore, Mike Trout. We have Jose Altuve. Going to the Astros on the base. Oh. Definitely just knocked the camera over, so I apologize. Put my arm on the cord and pulled it down with me. Now Rutschman, Devers, Peterson, Raleigh, JT Realmuto, Vaughn, Grisham, McCutchen, Ramirez, Smith, Jigba, and Liover Peguero on the refractor. We're going to have Correa, Rendon, Blackman, Vientos, Betts, Moreno, Brandon Crawford, Josh Jung, Javier Baez, O'Neill. Have India, Riley Green, Paul Goldschmidt, Paguero, Jimenez, Yastrzemski, Velasquez, Francisco Alvarez on the Prism. Mike Trout, Yelich, Schwarber. Have Crawford, Varsho, and Max Scherzer. Say, oh man, let me go through this and hopefully I just hit the autograph was stuck to somebody because I'm not dealing with this shit again. Right, because it was missing, let's see, 3 autographs, 4 boxes. Oh no, it's right here. Huh, it's a big one too. Stuck to one of the curved cards. Vaughn Grisham, 111 out of 150 on the Blu-ray wave. Almost had me have a heart attack. I think this is the first Vaughn Grisham autograph we've seen going to Joseph Bryson. So far, the case has been good. A couple bigger guys. Blu-ray Wave's definitely some of the better looking parallels for sure too. Got a talkative crowd tonight, I see you guys. Just really chatting it up. Guys better be watching SummerSlam or some shit. That better be why there's not enough conversation. Otherwise, I'm going to put on SummerSlam while I open these cards. Just because I know SummerSlam just ended, so I'm about to go find one of these free sites that have it recorded. Although I know that like Hobby has been absolutely amazing this year, but I know it's also like a way more boring rip than way more boring rip than Jumbo, just due to the sheer amount of packs. Well, no spoilers for SummerSlam because I'm gonna watch it while I'm sorting cards after these breaks, but I have Stroman, Alvarez, McCutchen, Ramirez, Gosman. We have Kyle Tucker, Carlos Correa, Rendon, Nate Eaton, Acuna Jr., Rizzo, Gallen, Cal Stevenson, Carlos Correa, Peraza, Hall, Bush. We have Tristan Casas for the Red Sox. 125 out of 199 on the Aqua. And that's going to James. Garcia, Mullins, Senga, and CJ Cron. Got Cal Mitchell, Bello, Woods Richardson, Otani on the refractor, 40 banger for Brett. Suzuki Wheeler, Alek Manoah Bregman, Andres Jimenez Yastrzemski, Drew Waters, Ezekiel Tovar, Mike Trout. We have Yelich, Fernando Tatis, Titans. He's definitely a Titan. My man J Ram got them heavy fists. He's next on the card against Jake Paul. Next fight we got for our show. Scherzer, Adames, McCutcheon, Henderson, LeMahieu, Walsh, Pete Alonso for the Mets. That's going to Travis on the fuchsia. Got Tristan Casas and Shea Langeliers. Got Nelson, Alex Call, Bo Naylor, Robbie Ray, Andrew Benintendi, Alex Bregman, James Outman, Meneses, Ryan Mountcastle, Hunter Green, Kershaw, Guerrero Jr., Bryce Harper, Rendon, Melendez, Smith, Xander Bogaerts, Michael Grove, Cody Clements, Liberatore, Bohm, Haniger, Peterson, Raleigh, Tucker, and Ketel Marte. We're going to have Assad, Hoskins, Rosario, Miguel Cabrera, Garrett Mitchell, Walker, VR. We had Jordan Diaz on the 363 out of 499 going to the A's. And Travis is actually one of the better hits in this product for the A's. Jordan Diaz looked really good before he got hurt. I know I say that every single time I pull him, but it's more because if people didn't hear about it. Like, Diaz could be a little sneaky pickup if you want a guy to invest in that's on a young team that should get some play next year. We have Vargas, Cavalli, Jones, Ramirez. Like, not a lot of people are after. We have Betts, Moreno, Toglia, Cal Stevenson, Baez, O'Neill, Aranda, Corbin Burns, Riley Green, and Paul Goldschmidt. And that's going to be box number 5. And yes, Tim Anderson cannot pretend to be tough anymore. That's for sure. Get into 6. Although I know people keep asking for her personals, I might be able to do a jumbo case or hobby case, but for me to crack it open, every single box needs to be sold in the case. I'm not selling a single hobby box just for one person. I tried to post it earlier and be like super generous even when the price was going up and no one jumped on it. And I think people are still seeing the posts every once in a while for the price, and that's why they're asking, but I couldn't match that price now. Fanatics on release I can normally give pretty good prices, like I am doing with the soccer for Merlin. If you're a soccer fan, I mean, you're not going to get a box cheaper than $185 for Merlin. I almost guarantee it for Merlin Chrome when it comes out. But like after it releases, if the price goes up, I mean, Fanatics charges you more, so there's not really much I can do with that. I gotta sell based on whatever my cost is. But I'd much rather deal with them than like Peach State. I would say I do like, well, I would much rather deal with them than GTS too, other than my rep at GTS is amazing, so that helps a lot because he's really, really good. But when he goes on vacation or whatever, and I can deal with one of the other reps, it is an absolute shit show. Like one time, there's been more than one time when he's gone on vacation, I've ordered something from GTS, like early, like a year ago or whatever. Like one time I ordered 2022 Topps Chrome, and they sent me a case of 2022 Topps Chrome Hobby. They sent me a case of 2021 Topps Chrome Jumbos. And then they charged me for the Jumbos in the invoice. I was going to say when I got it in the mail, and then he's like, all right, we can still send you the 2022 Topps Chrome Hobby. Just send us back the Jumbos, and I got to pay for the shipping to send them back. I'm like, I'll just keep the Jumbos. Like, it is what it is. We have Volpe. I got to pay $55 or whatever it was to send the cards back. We have Freddie Freeman, Joe Ryan, Lindor, plus like any credit card fees because I was using like a credit card. Like if you don't wire transfer, they charge you 2.5% extra. So, like, not only I'm paying like $100-some to send cards back that I don't get extra. Like, nah, dude, I'll just keep them. We got Groshans, Gabriel Moreno, Alex Call, Marte, Chapman, Alvarez, Fujinami, Max Meyer, Bellinger, Yastrzemski, Josh Jung, Garcia, Corey Seager. Like, the back end of the industry is a little wild sometimes. Let's say. We have Ian Happ, 33 out of 199 on the Aqua. Going to the Cubbies, the Pittsburgh native. We play MLB The Show every single time that dude bats, is what they say. We have Carrera, Witt, and Kyle Tucker, and Max Fried. We have Julio Rodriguez, Cabrera. And I have Alvarez. And for the Mets, Brett Batty on the Radiating Rookies. That's going to Travis. Nice hit here on the Batty. Future third baseman for the Mets. I think he's playing third base right now, but this dude's the truth. Nice Radiating Rookies hit. I have McMahon, Story, Bryant, Judge, Devers, C.J. Abrams, Conforto, Mike Trout, Arrays, George Springer, Bieber. We have Alec Thomas on the Refractor, Thomas, Brian Reynolds. We got Jeter Downs on the 100 out of 299 on the Purple Sparkle going to the Nationals. I mean, I had no chance to be the last break, Josh. I was going to say, we weren't ripping hobby then. We got Greg Adams for the Nationals on the Jeter Downs. J.P. Crawford, Chisholm, Happ, Martinez, Teoscar Hernandez, and Alexis Diaz. We have Terang, Stanton, Alcantara, Small, Ruiz, Morel, Freeman, Bichette, Masataka Yoshida. And we're going to have Carlos Perez for the White Sox. Going to Bertrand. I shortened your name to Bert. Hopefully that's okay. If it's not, just let me know. I'll put it as B next time. Say with your first name and your last name, it's just too long for the size that the list can be wide. We have Pasquantino, Thompson, Gray, Arrays, Jose Altuve, Arozarena, Michael Massey, and Burns. We have Marquez, Arenado, Lowe, Schwarber, Albies, Webb, Waldachuk, Swanson, Jimenez, Castillo, Hayes, Ramirez, Juan Soto, Freeman, Batty, O'Neal Cruz, Wander Franco, Perez, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Chris Sale. I have Drew Rasmussen, Verlander, Royce Lewis, Shohei Ohtani, Gorman, Pena, Corbin Carroll, Aaron Judge, Kwan, and Torkelson. And that's going to be box number 6. No, I know the Mets hit. I was going to say, I know what you were saying because you had the Mets last break. Like, I realized that. I'm just saying there wasn't even a chance. I was going to say. Like, it's not like I grabbed a different half case of hobby or whatever. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, get into box number 7 here. How was Mexico, Josh? Second question is, do you see Kendrick Green in the backfield playing fullback at training camp? That should be an interesting offensive formation. Joey Porter Jr. looks really, really good in camp too, man. I was gonna say, if he ends up being a good lockdown cornerback, the Steelers defense is gonna be nasty. If he ends up being a true lockdown corner, it's gonna be. We have Stroman, Henderson, Outman, Meneses, Kevin Gosman, Luis Castillo, Kershaw, Guerrero Jr., Eaton, Harper, Melendez, Smith, Stevenson, Scherzer, Cody Clemens, Liberatore, Woods Richardson, and Kyle Stowers. Mike Trout, Yelich, Nelson, Goldschmidt, Varsho, Scherzer, Mountcastle, Benintendi, Henderson, LeMahieu, Harper, Mike Trout, Casas, Shea Langeliers, Bogarts, C.J. Cron, Suzuki, Wheeler. We have Gunnar Henderson, Starling Marte. Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he was all over Pickens, and Pickens just made a ridiculous catch. But if he plays defense like that, he's going to break up a lot of passes. We have Starling Marte for the Mets. We have Peterson, Raleigh, Grove, and DeGrom. McCutchen, Ramirez, Alec Boehm, Stefanik, Bo Naylor, Robbie Ray. We have Rosario, Oswaldo Cabrera, Castellanos, Gonzalez, VR. Pete Alonso, Ohapi, Byron Buxton. We're going to have Nolan Jones, 101 out of 499, Spencer Steer to the Reds, and Corey Harding. Like, those two going at each other in practice every single day is only going to make both of them better. And long term, that's going to make them both very, very good. We have Olsen, Vientos, Michael Toglia, Jimenez, Swanson, Stanton, Aranda, Mitch Haniger, Stowers, Cabrera, Alex Bregman, and Edwin Diaz. We have Assad, Hoskins, Stephen Kwan, Mitchell, Walker, Alec Manoah, Oswald Peraza. We have Vargas, Cavalli, Drew Waters, Soto, Betts, Moreno, Tatis, Christian Yelich, Javier O'Neill, Adames. Have Alex Call for the Nationals. It's going to be a 118 out of 150 on the True Blue. I mean, I have the Steelers winning the division, and that's just not being a homer. We have Riley Green, Paul Goldschmidt, Jared Walsh, Harris is second, and Jimenez. After Joey B went down with that calf, I think they're going to come out slow, and I think they're going to be behind. I think they're going to be down too many games to dig themselves out of a hole to win a division in the Bengals. Like, I think the Bengals, with Burrow getting injured, I think they're going to come out the gate slow. Which means either I think the Steelers or the Ravens probably win the division. Because I think they're just going to have some timing issues, and their offensive line still isn't good. No spoilers from Wrestle or SummerSlam, Jordan. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I'm gonna watch it afterwards. I think the Niners are actually going to be one of the harder matchups for the Steelers just because the Steelers don't have a good run defense. Although they did get Quan Alexander, and if he looks anything like he did a couple years ago, like I said, it all depends what the middle looks like. If the middle linebackers can play halfway decent, the rest of the Steelers defense is disgusting. And they said that Trice is supposed to come back next week, which means he probably won't start early in the year, but that means halfway through the season, if the other outside cornerback is struggling, that means he could take over potentially, which is huge too, because I think him and Joey Porter on the outside are going to be... Well, that's the thing, is Quan Alexander's injury prone. So, but if we can get 49ers Quan Alexander, I was going to say, you got a really, really good middle linebacker. I actually think Cole Holcomb is way better than people give him credit for, to be honest. He reminds me a lot of that Malcolm Rodriguez cat in Detroit. We have Spencer Steer. Like, neither of them are great athletically, but they just do, like, the things that matter, that, like, make a difference. I don't know how else to explain it. Hernandez, Diaz, Hayes, Tucker, Luis Castillo, Jimenez, Contreras, Acuna, Juan Soto, Tyler Freeman, Jose Miranda, Shea Langeliers, Wander Franco, Perez, Taylor Ward, Shintaro Fujinami. Going to the Athletics and Travis. Isn't Purdy supposed to be the 49ers' Lord and Savior this year? I was going to say, we have Rasmussen, Verlander, Alonzo, Smith, Jigba, Nolan Gorman, Pena, Stevenson, Darvish, Gonzalez, Lodolo, O'Neal, Cruz, Ezekiel Tavar, Alcantar, Small, Morrell, Jose Ramirez, Freeman, Bichette, Murphy, DJ LeMayu, Vinny Pasquantino, Bubba Thompson, Jeter Downs, Jose Miranda on the 35 out of 99 on the green wave. To the Twins. And Austin Fishbach. How about Altuve, Arozarena, Alvarez, Rutschman on the refractor. Marquez and Arenado. Got Von Grisham, Assad, Trevor Story, Albies, Burns, Bregman, Abrams, McMahon, Otani, Riley Green, Springer, Devers, Haniger, Gunnar Henderson on the refractor, Thomas, Arrays, Cron, Spencer Steer on the prism, Chisholm, Sale, Senga, and Reese Hoskins. Well, Lance is the best quarterback on the team. Yeah, there's been a White Sox hit. Carlos Perez autograph. We have Correa, Rendon, Encarnacion, Miguel Cabrera, Anthony Rizzo, Zach Gallen, Marcus Semien, Nolan Jones for the Rockies. It's going to Austin Fishbach on the 139 out of 199 on the Aqua Wave. Jones is a nice little player. A little bit older, but overall, I think he's going to be pretty good. Long-time third baseman, outfielder for the Rockies, I believe. Believe in him. We have Perez, DL Hall, Perez, Varsho, Garcia, Mullins, Pujols, Musgrove, Mitchell, Bello, Tovar, Cole, Jury, Abreu, Musgrove, Realmuto, Crawford, and Logan Webb. 2 box. Number 9. I mean, I also think the offense for the 49ers is kind of just a dink and dunk offense, to be honest. My biggest issue with Purdy is he just has an elongated release, which is pretty much what they said when he was coming out with the draft. That's why he was the last man drafted. Like, he just has an elongated release, so the ball doesn't get as where it needs to be as quick as it should sometimes. Speaking of football, there is a Panini Score $29 a spot random breakup. I don't think you're going to find anything lower priced than that. 3 boxes. Put like way too many cards in that pack. None of the other packs seemed like to not have enough cards like that one. There was that one box that we opened like early on that was like some packs had like 6 cards, the next pack had like 2 cards. Alright, we have Manoa, Byron Buxton, Baez, O'Neal, Waters. Have Luis Castillo, Riley Green, Goldschmidt, Tatis, Bryce Harper, Andres Jimenez, Mike Yastrzemski, Willy Adames, Arenado, Mike Trout, Yelich, Walsh. We have Drew Waters on the 77 out of 99. It's going to Brian Ward and the Royals. We have Varsho and Scherzer. We have Woods, Richardson, Mackenzie Gore, Henderson, LeMahieu, Rosario. We have J-Rod, Swanson, Stanton, VR. Paul Goldschmidt. We got Kyle Stowers, Oswaldo Cabrera, Nolan Jones, Spencer Torkelson, Assad, Reese Hoskins, Michael Toglia, Jose Altuve, Garrett Mitchell, Jordan Walker, Aranda, Tyler Stevenson, Vargas, Cavalli, Bregman, Hunter Green, Betts, and Moreno. We have Volpe, Carroll, Josh Jung Garcia, Groshans. We're going to have Peraza, Ivan Herrera, Witt Jr., Matt Chapman, Soto, Rodriguez, Cabrera, Cody Bellinger, Arozarena, Castellanos, Gonzalez, Corey Seager, Kyle Stowers on the Purple Sparkle 104 out of 299. Going to the Orioles and Brett Kamora. I have O'Hoppe, Buxton, Tucker, and Josh Bell. Olson, Vientos, Michael Stefanik on the Fuchsia, 342 out of 399, going to the Angels and Brett. Got Suzuki, Ian Happ, Reynolds, Cabrera, Rasmussen, Verlander, Waldachuk, Pete Alonso, Nolan Gorman, Pena, Austin Hayes, Matthew Liberatore, 29 out of 250 on the True Purple. Going to the Cardinals and Corey. sit there on the Libator. Quan, Torkelson, Batty, and Ethan Small. Joe Ryan, Francisco Lindor, Ronald Acuna Jr., Darvish, Call, Marte, Royce Lewis, Luis Robert, Fujinami, and Max Meyer. And that's going to be box number 9. I honestly think Kenny Pickett's going to have a breakout year this year. I just think with the wide receiver core, as long as Deontay Johnson plays to his ability, I think that he'll have a really big year. Yeah, 2 tight ends, should have a good running game, should have 3 decent wide receivers. Yeah, sorry for anybody that left and rejoined. You guys probably thought the screen froze. Somebody asked me a question, so I answered it. Just people pretty much asking, making sure I'm still going to run the mixer tonight. Because they realize like what time it is and the fact that there's still a Pokemon break and the other half of this break, which is the Jumbo to run. All right, let's get rolling into it. We have JT Realmuto, Francisco Alvarez, Cal Mitchell, Bello, Yordan Alvarez, Matt Olson, Chris Sale, Alec Thomas, Smith Jigba, Judge and Jury. No, just give Abreu, Anderson, Mike Trout, got Colas, Lodolo, Manny Machado, Jose Abreu, Sandy Alcantara, Ethan Small, and Sosa. We have Brandon Crawford for the Giants on the negative. Freddie Freeman, Bichette, Longoria, Austin Riley, Vinny Pasquantino, Thompson, Bryant, Gabriel Moreno, J.P. Crawford, Chisholm, Michael Conforto, Yordan Alvarez, Teoscar Hernandez, Diaz, Bieber, Oscar Colas, Castro, Jimenez, Freeman, Ortiz, Franco, Perez, Aranda, Shohei Ohtani, Smith, and Kershaw. Have Votto, Ivan Herrera on the Prism Refractor, Altuve, Arozarena, Terrani, Ramirez, Marquez, Arenado, Yoshida, Ruiz, Albies, Webb, Gray, Lodolo, McMahon, Story, Massey, Ezekiel Tovar, Devers, Abrams, Lowe, and Laureano. I have Arrays, Springer, Diaz, Bobby Witt Jr., Jock Peterson, Raleigh, Michael Harris II, Morrell, Andrew McCutcheon, Jose Ramirez, Stefanik, Bryce Johnson for the Giants. It's going to Tim Rawls. Correa, Rendon, Jacob deGrom, Drury, Rizzo, Gallen, Garrett Cole, and Albert Pujols. Have Peraza, Hall, Rutschman, Starling Marte, Garcia, and Mullins. And that's going to be box 10. This is still the first case of Hobby, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, corner stuck. Anybody popping in here trying to figure out where we're at? We're almost halfway through this one. I will say that the hobby case definitely takes longer to break than the jumbo case, just due to the sheer amount of packs I have to open. That's really like the longest part. Also, Pokemon will be after this, and then we will run the mixer last. So the mixer is definitely going to have a late start. We have O'Neal Cruz, Rafael Devers, Pasquantino, Bubba Thompson, Morrell, Tucker, Altuve, Arozarena, Murphy, Acuna, Marquez, Arenado, Downs, Story, Albies, and Webb. We're going to have Bobby Witt, Shane McClanahan for the Rays, 146 out of 250 on the purple. Going to the Rays and Brett. McMahon, Story, Alvarez, Prado, Devers, Abrams, Encarnacion, Castellanos, Garcia, Mullins, Semien. Have Altuve, Mitchell, Bello, Pujols, Perez, Drury, Abreu, Tovar, and Albies. Colas, Lodolo, Darvish, Morel, Alcantara, Small, Stevenson, Duran, Freeman, and Bichette. Marcus Stroman, Adley Rutschman. Have Clemens, Liberatore, Gosman, Ezekiel Tovar, Jock Peterson, Raleigh, Nate Eaton, Ramirez, Andrew McCutchen, Ramirez, Stevenson, Webb, Carlos Correa, Rendon, Michael Grove, Josh Smith for the Rangers on the gold wave. We'll go to Dave. Rizzo, Gallen, Nelson, Oscar Gonzalez, Tristan Casas, Langeliers, and Benintendi. Miguel Cabrera, Suzuki, Wheeler, McMahon. Got Steele Walker for the Tigers. Going to Tim. Have Bo Naylor, Robbie Ray, Bryce Harper, Herman Marquez, Outman, Meneses, Bogarts, O'Neill Cruz, Kershaw, Guerrero Jr., Bohm, Blade, Melendez, Smith, Senga, Trey Turner, Peraza, and DL Hall. It might have been in this. Thought I saw an out of 99 Rutschman, but maybe I was just seeing things. Should have been with Alvarez, I thought. Maybe not. Must have just been seeing things whenever I was opening packs. The last box of the hobby case. We'll get rolling in the jumbo case right after this. I mean, unless you guys count the Garrett Cole Authentics that we pulled in one of the first boxes, I have never personally pulled a Superfractor and a break for myself in Topps Chrome. So even if it's not Riley, anybody at a Superfractor would be dope. But I've never actually pulled one. Pulled Superfractors in other products, but not in this. Actually, that's a lie. I pulled a Superfractor in 2021 Topps Chrome. Can't even remember who it was right now. It wasn't a big name, and I pulled it for... There used to be two guys that were brothers that were in the group. And one guy was getting somebody else's breaks, and I didn't give a shit that he was getting somebody else's break. My concern was for him that he was overpaying in that group significantly. And that's a little bit more... It was more me looking at, like, if you're in a group and you're, like, constantly overpaying, I mean, I'll try to look out for you as just a human being. Like, the group constantly to do is charging, like, $1,000 over retail, and people were getting in his breaks, but it's because he had loyal followers from like pre-COVID through COVID. So I told the dude, I said, dude, his brakes are way too high. We have JJ Bleday, and then he blocked me. I was like, oh, whatever. Logan O'Hoppe, but I pulled it for his brother. We have Olsen, Vientos, Trey Turner, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I was going to say Dansby Swanson, Stanton. I cannot remember his name right now. His brother's name's Taylor, but I can't remember what their last name is. We have Scherzer, Kyle Stowers, Oswaldo Cabrera, McClanahan, Prado, Assad, Hoskins, Brown, Brandon Drury. But it was a Miami Marlin from 2021, and it wasn't Jazz Chisholm. It was one of the other Marlins. Brandon Drury on the blue sonar. Going to the Angels, we have Mitchell, Walker, Austin Riley, Logan O'Hoppe, Fujinami, Mayer, Laureano, Riley Green, Josh Jung Garcia, Ortiz, Julio Rodriguez, Herrera, Bobby Witt, Bell, Robert, Rodriguez, Cabrera, Green, Jeter Downs on the Prism Refractor, Castellanos, Gonzalez, Molina, Refractor Blackman, Vargas, Cavalli, Mackenzie Gore, Molina, O'Hoppe, and Byron Buxton. There's been that out of 50 true gold Brian Hayes, but that's it. We have Hayes, Steer, Wander Franco, Perez. Remember the bulk of the checklist for the Pirates when it comes to like a Paguero. He's not in base. He's only in insert. I believe he's not even an insert. I think he's just autographed. Contreras, George Springer, Rasmussen, Verlander, Miranda, Ali Rutschman, Gorman, Pena, Alonso, Ward, Kwan, Torkelson, McCarthy, Ramon Laureano for the A's on the Fuchsia Sparkle. 131 out of 350. We have Ryan Lindor, Vaughn Grisham, Byron Buxton, Luisa Reyes Springer, Burns, Nolan Gorman, Sale, Thomas, Otani. We're going to have Kerry Carpenter for the Tigers. 433 out of 499. Tim, it was not the 101 you wanted, and it wasn't a green, but still get a refractor autograph here. Crawford, Chisholm, Haniger, McMahon, Hernandez, Diaz, Cron. We have Castillo, Jimenez, Joe Musgrove, McClanahan, Soto, Freeman, Starling Marte, Hunter Brown, Alex Call, and Marte. That's going to be the hobby case. Get into the jumbo here. Give me a second to pull it up. Here on the board, we have to do another sweep for cardboard, crumbs, and chrome. I call it chrome juice, but it's like chrome tumble from opening the cards. Do another sweep with the lint roller. Throw you guys on mute after I get these 8 boxes out. I'll walk over to my desk and get a little swig of soda. We'll get rolling. So there is no the UV stuff is not a guaranteed case hit. In general, it's not a guaranteed case hit. They're like every 600 some packs, so like they seem to be one case. Same with let's see. Sorry about that. I forgot to mute the mic. So same with this. Typically, you get like a radiating rookie or ultraviolet. You don't necessarily. They're not necessarily guaranteed case hits though. We do have Callaghan. Give him nice luck. He did break in some of the bigger boys in the last case. Let's see if we can do the same thing in this case. I didn't even see Clay say that though, which is weird. I knocked over the damn thing again. Trying to scroll up on my phone and bring my hand across and slap the camera. I gave it a good old punch. Sorry about that. I mean, in reality, I'll just say y'all don't have to worry. If something's stuck, I'll find it when I'm sorting it too. You guys can ask Kevin Claybo. Let's say we haven't hit too many SSPs outside of the ones that were in the light, but we actually did hit the SSP Julio Rodriguez that was stuck behind a Nolan Gorman base card. And let Claybo know is the one where he's singing on the microphone. We have Toglia, Jones, VR, Rosario, Tucker, Cabrera, Herrera, Witt Jr., Jung, Garcia. We have Matthew Liberatore on the blue. The Cardinals. And Corey. We have Bryce Terang, Scherzer, Tatis Jr., Waters, Manoah, Bregman, Aranda, Logan O'Hoppe, Buxton, Nick Castellanos, Gonzalez, Rodriguez, James Outman to the Dodgers. There you go, Robbie. Finally got a James Outman. You were just talking about this on Friday, how you've been just grabbing the Dodgers to get yourself a James Outman autograph, and you finally got one. Have Austin Hayes, Benintendi, Nelson, Woods, Richardson, Walsh, Adames, Cabrera. Have Swanson, Stanton, Olsen, Viento, Spencer Strider, Trout, Varsho, Stroman, Bohm, Bogarts, Harper, Mountcastle, Garrett Mitchell, Walker, Assad, Hoskins, Stowers, Tavar, Rasmussen, and Brett Batty. Senga, Grove, Stevenson, Eaton, Gosman, O'Neill, Betts, Moreno, Vargas, Cavalli, Gunnar Henderson on the Technicolor, Ruiz on the Prism Refractor. Have LeMahieu. Have Tavar, Pujols, Perez, Semien, Encarnacion, Jimenez, Yastrzemski, Riley Green, Goldschmidt, Baez, Bregman. Have Ronald Acuna Jr. on the Refractor. We got a 12 out of 50, Travis Swaggerty. It's a nice color match. Unfortunately, Swaggerty definitely never lived up to what his projection was. He was supposed to be a stud and really never lived up to that. Nonetheless, a nice gold. Going to the Pirates and Josh. We have Murphy, Morel, Cruz, Stevenson, Darvish, LeMahieu, Varsho, Scherzer, Trout, Yelich, Ryan Nelson on the green wave going to the Diamondbacks. Alvarez, Gunnar Henderson, Shohei Ohtani, Burns, Grisham, Alvarez, Jeter, Downs, Suzuki, Wheeler, Casas, Langeliers, Gunnar Henderson, Tucker, Verlander, Royce Lewis, Hayes, Steer, Musgrove, Cron, and Haniger. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Outman, Meneses, Bo Naylor, Robbie Ray, C.J. Abrams, Masataka Yoshida, Langeliers, McCarthy, Alonso, Ward, Miranda, Contreras, Clemens, Liberatore, Melendez, Smith, Kershaw, Nolan Gorman, Louis Varland for the Twins in Austin. Corbin Carroll on the refractor, Luis Robert, Luis Ortiz, Laureano, Riley, and Marte. Have Rendon, McCutchen, Ramirez, Peterson, Raleigh, Burns, Soto, Casas, Turner. Got J.J. Bleday, Mackenzie Gore, Green, Bell, Peraza, Hall. Anthony Rizzo, Gallen, Correa, George Springer, Pena, and Anthony Volpe on the refractor. And that's going to be the first box of Jumbo. The box number 2. Promising the top base card there was Rutschman. Alright, let's get rolling here. We have Robert, Ortiz, Laureano, Riley, Marte, Rendon, Andrew McCutchen, Ramirez, Peterson, Raleigh. We have Julio Rodriguez for the Mariners on the Aqua. Have Lennon Sosa, Paul Goldschmidt, Turner, Bleday, Gore, Green, Bell, Peraza, Hall, Anthony Rizzo, Gallen, Correa. I have Jose Ramirez and Chris Bryant. 118 out of 199 for the Marlins. And that's Greg Adams on the Aqua Wave. Nice Max Myers hit there. We have Chris Bryant. Yadier Molina, Brown, McClanahan, Prado, Duran. Abreu, Mitchell, Bello, Garcia, Mullins. George Kirby, Scherzer. I have a refractor Riley Green. I have Velasquez, Paguero, India, Crawford, Blackman, Alcantara, Small. Oscar Colas, Lodolo, Jury. Gabriel Moreno, Soto, Conforto, Edwin Diaz, Fried, Judge, Martinez, and Schwarber. Rosarena, Pasquantino, Bubba Thompson, Freeman, Bichette. Technicolor Michael Harris II, Longoria, Yastrzemski. Adley Rutschman, Cole, DeGrom, Stefanik, Harris II, Albies, Logan Webb. Herman Marquez, Arenado, Altuve, Pete Alonso. Have Brian Reynolds, Francisco Alvarez for the Mets, going to Travis. Nice hit there. Have Sosa, Machado, Smith, Jigba, Realmuto, Springer, Devers, Abrams, McMahon. Stowers, Gabriel Moreno, 105 out of 250 on the purple. One of the Diamondbacks. Bo Bichette, Jimenez, Yoshida, Ruiz, Terang, Votto, Longoria, Crawford, Jazz, Chisholm, Sale, Thomas, Arrays, Oswald Peraza. I have Carlos Perez, Shane Bieber, Bryant, Alvarez, Lowe, Massey, and Gray. Yeah, Freeman, Castillo, Jimenez, Teoscar Hernandez, Alexis Diaz, Kenzie Gore, Joey Votto, Christian Yelich, Waldachuk, Ian Happ, Reynolds, Bieber, Conforto, Drew Rasmussen, Verlander, Wander Franco, Perez, Soto. Paul Goldschmidt, Jared Schuster on the true purple. 107 out of 250. Have Ian Happ on the refractor. Corbin Carroll, Royce Lewis, Acuna, Batty, Hayes, Lindor, Kwan, Torkelson, Gorman, Pena, Freddie Freeman on the Technicolor. Clayton Kershaw, Mike Trout, Seager, Bellinger, Chapman, Groshans, Volpe, Fujinami, Meyer, Alex Call, Ketel Marte, Ryan Castillo, Wander Franco, and Ken Waldachuk. That's going to be box number 2. Third box here. Definitely going to have to get up here in a second for 55 points. Oh, completely just ripped the top of the box. Aranda there. Didn't come over with the stack. Benintendi, Nelson, Woods Richardson, Walsh, Adames, Swanson, Stanton, Olson, Vientos, Ohapi. We got James Outman again. James Outman kind of break 2 of his card. 2 hits here. 127 out of 399 on the fuchsia. One of the Dodgers and Robbie Coleman. Just slightly. There we go. Yordan Alvarez, Guerrero Jr., Stroman, Bohm, Bogarts, Harper, Mountcastle, Jordan Walker, Assad, Reese Hoskins, Kyle Stowers, Cabrera, Morel, and Nolan Jones on the refractor. Then we're going to have Dermez Garcia for the A's. It's going to be going to Travis. Let me go, like I said, let me go get some more 55 points. Are right behind me. We have Senga, Grove, Stevenson, Eaton, Gosman, Betts, Moreno, Vargas, Cavalli, Mitchell, Michael Harris II, Rutschman, Kershaw, Tavar, Pujols, Perez, Semien, Encarnacion, Mike Yastrzemski, Green, Goldschmidt, Baez, O'Neill. And have Judge, Francisco Lindor, and Taglia. Sean Murphy, Morel, Cruz, Stevenson, Darvish, Varsho, Scherzer, Trout, Yelich, Jimenez, Soto, Chris Bryant, Josh Smith, Otani, Burns, Grisham, Alvarez, Jeter Downs, Zach Wheeler, Tristan Casas, Langeliers, Henderson, LeMahieu, Ramirez, Jack Larson, going to the Mariners. And that's going to be Chris Jordan with the Mariners. Hayes, Steer, Musgrove, Cron, Haniger, Outman, Meneses, Bo Naylor, Robbie Ray, Suzuki, Randy Arozarena for the Rays on the Purple Sparkle. 222 out of 299. We have the Mets on the Matt Scherzer, Melendez, McCarthy, Alonso, Ward, Miranda, Contreras, Liberatore, MJ Melendez, Smith, Kershaw, Guerrero, Moreno, Joe Ryan, and Alex Bregman. Robert, Ortiz, Laureano, Riley, Marte, McCutchen, Ramirez, Peterson, Raleigh, Clemens, Royce Lewis, Conforto, Liberatore, Trey Turner, Blade, Gore, Green, Bell, Hall, Anthony Rizzo, Gallen, Correa, Rendon, Pete Alonso. We're going to have Alec Manoah, Sosa for the White Sox going to Bertrand on the autograph. Yadier, Molina, Brown, McClanahan, Prado, Duran, Cal Mitchell, Bello again, Garcia, Mullins, Peraza, Trey Turner, Bichette, Cody Clemens, Nelson Velasquez, Paguero, India, Crawford, Blackman, Small, Oscar Colas, Lodolo, Jury, Abreu, Oswald Peraza, Ketel Marte, and Drew Waters. in the box number 4 here. Alright, box number 4 here. Good luck. We have Molina, Brown, McClanahan, Prado, Duran, Jose Abreu, Cal Mitchell, Bello, Garcia, Mullins. We're going to have Michael Grove for the Dodgers on the blue Sonar, 52 out of 125. You have Gray, Wheeler, Nelson Velasquez, Paguero, India, Crawford, Blackman, Alcantara, Small, Oscar Gonzalez, Lodolo, Jury, Riley Green, Jordan Groshans, and then Michael Grove on the autograph going to the Dodgers and Robbie. This one's a little bit off center though, a little heavy on the top. On the refractor, 271 out of 499. Edwin Diaz, Freed, Judge, Martinez, Schwarber, Randy Arozarena, Pasquantino, Thompson, Freeman, Bichette, Green, Bryce Harper, Suzuki, Adley Rutschman, Cole, DeGrom, Stefanik, Harris II, Albies, Webb, Marquez, Arenado, Altuve, Guerrero Jr., Nolan Gorman, and Chapman, Sosa, Machado, Anderson, Smith-Jigba, Realmuto, Springer, Devers, Abrams, McMahon, Story, Acuna Jr., Michael Massey on the Prism Refractor, Ray, Masataka Yoshida, Ruiz, Terang, Votto, Longoria, Crawford, Chisholm, Sale, Thomas, Arrays, Josh Jung, another Steele Walker, and Cody Bellinger. Steele Walker going to the Tigers. Got Chris Bryant, Alvarez, Lowe, Massey, Gray, Freeman, Castillo, Jimenez, Teoscar Hernandez, Alexis Diaz. We have Shane McClanahan on the negative. Going to Brett. Jose Ramirez, Bo Naylor, Waldachuk, Hap, Reynolds, Bieber, Conforto, Rasmussen, Verlander, Wander Franco, Perez, Soto, Xander Bogaerts, Torkelson, Tucker, Correa. We have Royce Lewis, Acuna Jr., Batty, and Austin Hayes. Lindor, Kwan, Torkelson, Gorman, Pena. We have Brandon Lowe, Meneses. We have Seager, Bellinger, Chapman, Groshans, Volpe, Fujinami, Meyer. Have Call, Marte, Ryan, Austin Riley. We have Anderson Espinoza, 145 out of 150 on the True Blue for the Padres. That's going to Clay Gatewood. Man, Espinoza has a sick autograph. I don't know what his cards are selling for, but maybe I'll pick up a couple of his. I just like collecting some guys with good autographs, especially if they're inexpensive. Rosario, Taglia, Jones, VR, Rosario, Tucker, Cabrera, Herrera, Witt Jr., Jung, Garcia, Shea Langler's in the Technicolor, Ronald Acuna Jr., James Outman, Tatis Jr., Waters, Manoah, Bregman, Aranda, Buxton Castellanos, Oscar Gonzalez, Julio Rodriguez, and we're going to have the ultraviolet Adley Rutschman. So nice ultraviolet here on the Rutschman. Tristan Casas, Stephen Kwan, and David VR. Box number 5. A couple big name autographs. A couple big dogs in this case. Oh, we're going to get some orange. I don't know if that's going to be an auto or a parallel, but we definitely got an orange wave coming up. Judge, Martinez, Schwarber, Nelson Velasquez, Peguero, Clayton Kershaw, Guerrero Jr., Outman, Meneses, Bo Naylor. Have Sosa for the White Sox on the fuchsia, 255 out of 399. We have Waters, Freeman, DeGrom, Stefanik, Harris II, Diaz, Fried, Cal Raleigh, Clemens, Liberatore, MJ Melendez, Josh Smith, Alex Bregman, Anthony Volpe, Ezequiel Tovar for the Rockies. Volpe, Tim Anderson, Smith, Jigba, Realmuto, Rutschman, Cole, Carlos Correa, Rendon, McCutchen, Ramirez, Peterson, Cruz, Alvarez, Soto, Bryce Terang, Votto, Longoria, Sosa, Machado, Mullins, Peraza, DL Hall. We have Rizzo, Gallen, Tucker, Groshans, and Jordan Walker on the Prism Refractor. Have Lowe, Massey, Gray, Yoshida, Ruiz, Brandon Drury, Abreu, Mitchell, Bello, Dermez Garcia. We're going to have Matt Olson on Technicolor, Tatis, Perez, Reynolds, Bieber, Conforto, Chris Bryant, Yordan Alvarez, Bo Bichette, Alcantara, Small, Oscar Gonzalez, have Lodolo, Nolan Gorman, Chapman, have O'Neal Cruz. The refractor, we got a 1 out of 25. Christopher Morel on the orange wave. And we've hit some monster Morels in the group now. Is going to Mark Witkowski. Nice hit there for the Cubbies. O'Neal Cruz. And behind Cruz, literally like glued together, guys. Look at this shit. That is disgusting. Like, this is like literally like glue. So close to that orange too. Cruz and Stevenson. Hopefully, luckily it wasn't on the orange itself. Acuna, Batty, Hayes, Ken Waldachuk, Hap, Jose Altuve, Arozarena, Pasquantino, Thompson, Freeman. We have Cal Stevenson for the A's. Soto, Wander Franco, Chapman, Groshans, Volpe, Corbin Carroll, Lewis, Trevor Story, Albies, Webb, Marquez, Arenado, Springer, Cade Cavalli, and Christopher Morel. We have VR, Rosario, Tucker, Corey Seager, Bellinger, Arrays, Springer, Devers, Abrams, McMahon, Kwan, Adames, Verlander, Alek Manoah, Bregman, Aranda, Toglia. I have Jones, Diaz, Crawford, Chisholm Jr., Sale, Thomas, Riley Green, and finally we get a double up, another base Tavar for the Rockies, but at least we get a double up on a guy that's good. The Rockies are going to Austin Fishbach. He's having himself a nice little break. The Rockies gets the Nolan Jones and 2 Ezequiel Tavars. We have Murphy, Woods, Richardson, Walsh, Adames, Fernando Tatis, and the Rockies are one of the last teams up on the board. We have Waters, Freeman, Castillo, Jimenez, and we have the short print Adley Rutschman. Now, this is turning into a case right now, boys. Sheesh. Osh gosh bakash. A Rutschman short print. I say we'll just put this up there with the ultraviolet. They can share a stand. We're going to have Technicolor, Byron Buxton, Bryce Harper, Rasmussen, Bogarts, Harper, Mountcastle, Benintendi, Nelson, Rasmussen, and Verlander. Have Franco, Perez, Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Vargas, and Jeter Downs. Definitely a big case for the Orioles. The Orioles didn't go right away either. This is the first time I posted the Orioles and they didn't go right away. And they were either equivalent or cheaper than 2 other groups that had a dual case up recently. So 2 big groups bigger than mine. I'm gonna run everything tonight, Ward, only because I want to post another mixer. I don't know if I'm going to post another mixer tomorrow or not, but probably going to post another mixer tomorrow, so I'm going to push it tonight. I still have to do a the only thing was I still have to do a Pokemon break after this, so Pokemon shouldn't take too long. It should be, like I said, about a 45-minute break, minus the random. Like, actually opening a card should only be about 45 minutes. Unless a bunch of alternative arts and stuff are hit where I got to, like, top load them, but definitely just going to push through. Break number 9 is not going to take that long. The Finest is only 60 cards per box. The Tribute doesn't take too long to break. And it is 3 jumbos, but the jumbos are so much quicker to break than the hobby. So Chris Bryant, Jordan Alvarez, Lowe, Massey, Gray, Devers, Abrams, McMahon, Story, Ozzy Albies, Jacob deGrom on the Aqua Lava. We have Stevenson, Yelich, Ian Happ, Waldachuk, Reynolds, Bieber, Conforto, Jazz Chisholm, Sale, Thomas, Arrays, George Springer, Josh Jung, Cal Stevenson for the Athletics. Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably be like me and one other person in the break, but it's okay. We have Michael Conforto, Corbin, Lewis, Acuna Jr., Batty, and Hayes. I started later than I wanted to. I was going to say Luis Castillo, Jimenez, Teoscar Hernandez, Diaz, J.P. Crawford, Gunnar Henderson, Jose Ramirez, Trout, Seager, Bellinger, Chapman, Groshans, Volpe, Verlander, Wander Franco, Carlos Perez, Soto, Freeman, Xander Bogaerts, Meneses, and Bieber. We're going to have Toglia, Jones, VR, Rosario, Tucker, Stephen Kwan, Torkelson, Gorman, Pena, Rasmussen. Going to have Salvador Perez on Technicolor, Cruz, Scherzer, Fernando Tatis, Waters, Manoah, Bregman, Aranda, Meyer, Call, Marte, Ryan, Lindor, Austin Riley, Dermez Garcia on the refractor, and Hayes. 469 out of 499. Going to Travis. Benintendi, Nelson, Woods, Richardson, Walsh, Adames, Ivan Herrera, Bobby Witt Jr., Jung, Garcia, Fujinami. We have Logan O'Hoppe on the 3 out of 99 going to the Angels. How was your little baseball stadium tour you did, Brian? I seen you went to the East Coast and went to a couple ballparks. We have Ronald Acuna Jr., Dalton Varsho, Stroman, Bohm, Bogarts, Harper, Mountcastle, Buxton, Castellanos, Gonzalez, Julio Rodriguez, Cabrera, Tristan Casas, Outman, and Brett Batty. Back-to-back-to-back refractors for some nice rookies. Senga, Grove, Stevenson, Eaton, Gosman, Swanson, Stanton, Olson, Vientos, O'Hoppe, Riley Green, Morel, DJ LeMahieu, Tovar, Pujols, Perez, Semien, Encarnacion, Jordan Walker, Assad, Hoskins, Stowers, Oswaldo Cabrera, Christopher Morel, Connor Capel, and Ronald Acuna Jr. I've seen way too many Connor Capel autographs. To the A's, we have Sean Murphy, Morel, Cruz, Stevenson, Darvish, Mookie Betts, Moreno, Vargas, Cavalli, Mitchell. You have Corbin Burns and Adley Rutschman. You have Gunnar Henderson, Ohtani, Burns, Von Grisham, Alvarez, Downs, Yastrzemski, Riley Green, Paul Goldschmidt, Baez, O'Neill, Aaron Judge, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Royce Lewis. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see Priester's debut. In the last two boxes here. O'Neal, Cruz, Stevenson, Darvish, Ezekiel Tovar, Pujols, Herrera, Witt Jr., Jung, Avisail Garcia, Fujinami, Gunnar Henderson for the Orioles. This is definitely turning into an Orioles case. 253 out of 399 on the fuchsia. A little crazy. Yeah, the Pirate Stadium's pretty nice. Philly Stadium's okay. To Brian, I know that was like a super late reaction. We got Bogarts, Witt Jr., Vaughn, Grisham, Alvarez, Downs, Murphy, Morel, Buxton, Castellanos, Gonzalez, Rodriguez, Cabrera. And we're going to have another Mets autograph, Brett Batty. Going to the Mets and Travis. Got Pete Alonso, Musgrove, Cron, Haniger, Otani, Burns, Swanson, Stanton, Olsen, Vientos, Ohapi, Strider, Mike Trout, Ivan Herrera, Ward, Miranda, Contreras, Hayes, Steer, Jordan Walker, Assad, Hoskins, Stowers, Cabrera, Tavar, Jimenez, and McCarthy. Got Laureano, Austin Riley, Starling Marte, Jake McCarthy, Alonzo, Mookie Betts, Moreno, Vargas, Cavalli, Mitchell, Gunnar Henderson. You have Alec Boehm, Cabrera, Gore, Hunter Green, Bell, Robert, Ortiz, Yastrzemski. You have Riley Green, Goldschmidt, Baez, O'Neill. Alex Bregman and Marte. We're going to have Michael Stefanik on the 74 out of 150 on the blue Ray Wave. One of the Angels and Brett. Got McClanahan, Prado, Duran, Turner, Blade, Dalton Varsho, Max Scherzer, Mike Trout, Yelich, Jimenez. We have another Brett Batty here. It'll be 23 out of 299. Yordan Alvarez, Julio Rodriguez, India, Crawford, Blackman, Molina, Brown, Wheeler, Casas, Langeliers, Henderson, LeMahieu, Tucker, Yastrzemski, and Austin Riley. Aaron Judge, Martinez, Schwarber, Nelson Velasquez, Peguero, James Outman, Meneses, Bo Naylor, Robbie Ray, Suzuki, C.J. Abrams and Marcus Stroman, Oscar Gonzalez, DeGrom, Stefanik, Harris II, Diaz, Freed, Liberatore, Melendez, Josh Smith, Kershaw, Guerrero Jr., have Nolan Gorman, Ramon Laureano, and Brewer Hicklin for the Royals. Tim Anderson, Smith, Jigbo, Rillamuto, Cole, Rutschman, Andrew McCutcheon, Ramirez, Peterson, Raleigh, Stevens, Technicolor, Burns, Soto, Castellanos, Ruiz, Avado, Longoria, Sosa, Machado, Oswald Peraza, D.L. Hall, Zach Gallen, Correa, Rendon, Springer, Yelich, and Luis Ortiz. Into the last box of the break. Look, everybody. It was Michael Stefanik for the A's. 74 out of 150 on the Blu-ray Wave. Angel going to Brett. Oh, looks like we should get, I think we're going to get another orange. So I think that's orange. We have Murphy, Morrell, Cruz, Stevenson, Darvish, Javier Baez, O'Neill, Betts, Moreno, Vargas, Luis Castillo for the Mariners. Going to Chris Jordan, 97 out of 399 on the fuchsia. Pujols, Baez, Ohtani, Burns, Grisham, Alvarez, Downs, Yelich, Jimenez, Yastrzemski, Green, Paul Goldschmidt, Alex Bregman, another Christopher Morel. It's going to the Cubs. And Mark. Yoshida on the refractor, Hayes, Steer, Musgrove, Cron, and Haniger. You have Henderson, LeMahieu, Varsho, Scherzer, Trout, O'Neill, Alvarez. We have Tyler O'Neill, McCarthy, Alonso, Ward, Miranda, Contreras, Robbie Ray, Suzuki, Wheeler, Casas, Langeliers, Tucker. Have Wheeler, be John Gray, Luis Robert, Luis Ortiz, Laureano, Austin Riley, and Marte. Got Kershaw, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Outman, Meneses, Bo Naylor, Aaron Judge on the Technicolor, Tavar, Paul Goldschmidt, Turner, Blade, Gore, Green, Bell, Cal Raleigh, Cody Clemens, Liberatore. We have MJ Melendez, Smith, Nolan Gorman, have Michael Massey, and then we have another Michael Stefanik. 153 out of 299 going to the Angels. And Brett. You have Yadier Molina, Hunter Brown, McClanahan, Prado, Duran, Correa, Rendon, McCutchen, Ramirez. It's going to be Jock Peterson, Randy Arozarena on the Purple Sparkle going to the Rays. Be a 76 out of 299. Have Soto, Riley Green, Velasquez, Peguero, India, Crawford, Blackman, Cedric Mullins, Oswald Peraza, DL Hall, Rizzo, Gallen, George Springer, Robbie Ray, and Brandon Lowe. Diaz, Freed, Judge, Martinez, Schwarber, Jury, Abreu, Mitchell, Bello, Garcia. Have Quan, Yu, Darvish, Strimsky, Rutschman, Cole, DeGrom, Stefanik, Harris II, Bo Bichette, Alcantar, Small, Oscar Colas, Lodolo, Riley Green, and we have a Miguel Vargas on the blue color match. Yordan Alvarez there. 33 out of 150 going to the Dodgers and Robbie. Got Sosa, Machado, Alvarez, Smith, Jigba, Realmuto, Rosarena, Pasquantino, Thompson, Freddie Freeman, and it is not only a Shohei, it is a 5 out of 25 Shohei Ohtani SSP. Now that's a sick card. Jesus, on the purple sparkle, or purple orange sparkle. Apparently I'm colorblind now too. The Ohtani's made me colorblind, boys. Jesus. I was going to say, we have the Machado Technicolor, Bryce Harper, Jimenez, Yoshida. Let's say Ruiz, Terang, Votto, Longoria, Webb, Marquez, Arenado, Altuve, and we're going to have a Sub-Zero or the Frozen Fractor, whatever the hell this thing's called, going to Bertrand. Now that's a hobby box. I was going to say on the Frozen Fractor, that's what they're actually called, Frozen Fractors, we have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I like calling them Sub-Zeros. Bo Naylor and Chris Bryant. And that's going to be that box. That's going to be the break. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. Do the non-autographs first. Got Randy Arozarena on the purple speckle, Luis Castillo on the fuchsia, Brett Baty on the purple sparkle, not speckle. We have, well, I will say Toronto's pretty much Vladdy or Morel autograph or bust. If I'm being 100% honest with the, not Morel, Moreno autographs, but the Moreno autographs sell really well, and so does Vladdy. So it's like and Vladdy has some like case hits, so it's one of those things where it's like that or bust. But if you hit, like you'd like quadruple your money. So not on the Moreno autograph, but on the Vladdy stuff, we have Gunnar Henderson on the fuchsia. Maybe not quadruple, but double or triple for sure. Logan O'Hoppe on the green, DeGrom on the aqua lava. So that's definitely like a high risk. Like it's a lower risk, but definitely like it's a risk reward thing. It's definitely not like a you can like the Angels are like obviously expensive, but you're gonna get back at least a couple $100 of your buy-in, especially in a dual case because of all the Ohtani bases you're gonna get. Cal Stevenson on the purple sparkle, Lennon Sosa on the fuchsia, McClanahan on the negative, Grove on the blue radar, purple sparkle Rosarena, Outman on the fuchsia, true blue Moreno, Rodriguez on the aqua, Ryan Nelson on the green wave, the aqua lava Harris is second, true gold Hayes, Libertor on the blue, Laureano on the fuchsia sparkle, Drury on the blue radar, the gold wave Smith, McClanahan on the true purple, negative Crawford, Stefanik on the fuchsia, Stowers on the purple sparkle, true green Waters, and Casas on the aqua. No, I know, man. I was just saying, like, just so other people know, I was going to say, because a lot of people, as much as I can, I try to educate people on the like what's in the cards and stuff, too, or why things are priced a certain way. Jose Miranda on the green wave, Shintaro Fujinami, 53 out of 350 on the fuchsia sparkle, Alex Call on the true blue, Peraza on the fuchsia, Marte on the true purple, Downs on the purple sparkle, the refractor wave Murphy, Hap on the aqua, true aqua, we have the true blue Walsh, Alonso on the fuchsia, Yelich on the green wave, Altuve on the authentics, and then two negatives of Lindor. Let's get into autographs. Actually, we should talk about these two. There's some non-autos that we're going to talk about here because these are all pretty much monsters. Sosa, -4 out of 0 going to Bertrand and the White Sox. Ohtani on the orange sparkle going to Brett on the SSP. Rutschman on the SSP. Rutschman on the ultraviolet. All three of these, Brett had an amazing break. All three of those, two SSPs and the ultraviolet, all going to Brett with the O's and the Angels. And then we're going to have Brett Baty on the radiating rookies, and that's a big hit. Let's get into the autographs. Miguel Vargas on the true blue out of 150 to the Dodgers. Stefanik on the purple sparkle. Morel on the base. Stefanik on the blue Ray Wave. Hicklin on the base. Baty on the base. Capel on the base. Garcia on the refractor. Stevenson on the base. Tavar on the base. Libertor on the true purple. Tavar on the base again. Diaz on the refractor. Espinoza on the true blue, Walker on the base, Grove on the refractor, Sosa on the base, and Larson on the purple sparkle. Get into The A's, the base for Garcia. Schuster on the true purple. Swaggerty on the true gold. Benson on the base. Farland on the base. Carpenter on the refractor. Walker on the base. Bryce Johnson on the base. Velasquez on the base. And Perez on the base. Of course, Mark, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you watching. I know not a lot of people are super talkative tonight, but good case. Nice break. We had Nolan Jones on the 139 out of 199 Aqua Wave. Spencer Steer on the refractor. Outman on the base. Meyer on the Aqua Wave. Alvarez on the base. Grisham on the 150 Ray Wave on the blue. And then we have Morel on the 1 out of 25 Orange Wave. And Corbin Carroll on the purple Sparkle going to the Diamondbacks. And that's going to be the recap. I appreciate y'all. We will go live here for the Pokemon. Let's say right around 1 o'clock. Obviously, we run the random in the video itself. So I'll see you guys here for anybody trying to watch the Pokemon. If not, I'm sure you guys will catch a Pokemon on the recap. We will run Baseball Mixer number 9 after the Pokemon. So I'll see you guys for the next 2 breaks tonight. Or I'll see you guys tomorrow, one of the two. I'm going to post some more Topps Chrome tomorrow and maybe a Mixer, but for sure some Topps Chrome. I'm going to talk about the releases. If you're a Magic the Gathering fan, had a huge release. Commander Masters came out. Willing to sell some of that stuff, ship it out for below what the other people were selling it for to get some of it moving. And then I do have the Star Wars first ever flagship Star Wars boxes for rip and ship that I'll post tomorrow. I'm going to do a deal with that and the Sapphire Return of the Jedi that came out. Do a little wombo combo for anybody that's interested in some rip and ships for Star Wars tomorrow. I think I'm going to turn Sunday into more a rip and ship day, but I want to keep the Topps Chrome momentum, so I'm probably going to put up at least a random for Topps Chrome, but I think I'm going to make Sundays, try to make it more of like a rip and ship day or something like that. That way people get on and they either get some rip and ships or I'll use it more to sort cards and do some shipping. But appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night and be safe. I'll catch y'all in a little bit, 1 o'clock or so for the Pokemon break.